Little bubblies. Mm.
Well, LangTime to Welcome Studio. Is that it?
I think so.
Okay.
And I got my kombucha.
Are we
celebrate.
Are we actually on?
I hit live and it says we are. And this is
Okay.
today, right? Ooh, Dark Horse is here. So
Okay.
yeah, we're on.
All right. Good. Hey, Tim. All right.
Oh. Berry ginger.
All
Gingerberry.
right, go ahead.
We gotta change our calendar.
Oh my, we do.
Oh, we also needed to make a bigger deal out of LangTime's birthday. We really missed an opportunity there. David, you're kind of concerning me with the way you're balancing.
This is the first day after our LangTime Studio.
That's true. Yeah, they're thick pages. Only slightly.
Look at that.
Oh, that's really cute.
We got our LangTime calendar going. Okay, so now David, and hello to everyone. David's gonna
Really
try
looking
some.
forward to this cool, refreshing fruit drink, which I'm sure that's what it's going to taste like. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh.
Cheers. That's good stuff. Right, David?
Oh my God.
He's never gonna be the same.
Who would willingly put that into their body?
I have broken him.
Oh. God.
Oh, this is good stuff. But yay! Hello to all of our viewers. Good to see you. What if you just got in? You're going to you're gonna maybe wonder what that face was all about. And he tried a drink of my. It's Gingerberry Kombucha. I don't know if that's in frame, and I'm holding you across. But anyway,
It just tastes like a mix of ginger and vinegar.
it's I think delicious, and it makes my tummy happy. Makes my taste buds happy too.
Oh.
But David is so not. So not on board with that.
Thank you for acknowledging my roots. Dark Horse.
Oh. What's that?
Gotta change Jake's word.
Oh,
All right.
sure.
Anyway, but when we get there, because we need to do a lot of words and stuff. Oh my God, is Jolly Rancher soda a real thing?
I would imagine.
Yeah, you would?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on.
How many? Whew. Gotta get my computer organized here. There we go.
Oh my. Look at that. That looks like cleaner.
It really does. And it really looks like something that doctors everywhere would advise you to not put in your body, but to instead put in your car to see how it runs. Or maybe with some batteries to clean the acid off. It does not look like...
I can't believe this is a real thing.
God. Okay.
Yeah, I think Magpie's got it right there. That looks awful. I need to try it.
If I find one next time I'm out shopping, you are going to try it. I won't,
but
you will. I have no desire to try that.
See, these are 4 flavors I really dislike. I'm trying to think which one I would dislike the least. I mean, cherry is absolute at the bottom. And this apple one has got to be right next to it at the bottom. I love watermelon as a fruit, but hate watermelon flavored things. And then why couldn't this be blueberry? Why is it blue raspberry? Raspberry is the worst of the berries.
These match the
next to
Jolly
crayon.
Rancher flavors. You know Jolly Rancher flavors, right? Like these are
Grape.
Yeah, and look, there's a purple grape one.
Okay, I'd take that. Look at that orange boy.
Like they're just there's a fire one. I'll get you that one.
Candy Hero. Peach. Okay, that might actually be good. Look at this. Grape, orange, peach. Those are your heroes right there. None of these other, these juiceless one-tuplets. Man.
One-tuplets. Sound awfully.
Peach, orange, and grape. Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, Dark Horse, I have a feeling that is pure sugar. And if you, leave it open and the liquid evaporates out of it, there'd be, this much just sugar at the bottom of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that as an experiment. Set it outside and see, I don't want it evaporating into the house. It
Could
maybe poisonous gas that lets off as it evaporates.
We could leave a little shot glass of it out for
my
the
gnome?
Yeah, and I'm sure the next day we'd come out and it would be empty.
Oh, we should take a picture and put it on Discord. I have a new gnome.
Yep. Well,
He's excited.
What we should also show off, we haven't hung it, is your collage.
Does that mean I have to get out?
I'm afraid so. You got to show everybody. It's wonderful. Jessie made a collage that we are going to hang.
Oh my goodness.
And here she goes. Dun, 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 dun. Jessie walking, picking something up and bringing it over. Ta-da!
Yeah, tell me when
Look at that.
I feel like I'm just going to hold it here forever as I wait for it to, so it's probably in the light, but there we go.
It is in the light a little bit.
But this is a collage I made for David. And it's going to hang up in here in our LangTime office with our LangTime art. And yeah, it's a 3D kind of collage. There's layers.
Yeah, and actually I got this as a Christmas present for Jessie. There was a show we're working on, and they were asking us to do in our script a bunch of people's names for their chairbacks, and I asked if they would do one for Jessie, and they did.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, so that one's legit. If we ever go to the set, you just take that with you. Find a chair, rip the chair back off, and put that on there.
Or I just sew it into a back of a shirt, so no matter where I am, people know.
People know that.
I don't need to sit for them to know my job.
People know that if you're around, then they can sit on you because you're their chair.
No, because this is my chair back. Means no one can sit on me.
If there was two of you, that other would be sitting on you all the time.
The other language creator on the job.
Oh wait, that's me, huh? That's me, huh?
Smack. Okay.
Example, Logan.
Ooh, a roaming gnome. Yes. Okay, sorry.
All right.
Oh,
Jessie's already made a gnomish language.
but I will make another.
Yeah.
From scratch.
Yeah, they have a dark history too. But isn't it up?
Yeah, it's on Fiat Lingua.
Yeah, it's on Fiat Lingua. Let's go take a gander. Let's go take a gander as I advertise Fiat Lingua, which again, if you ever have any essay or grammar or whatever, anything having to do with language creation, you want to put it up here, that's what it's for. There's going to be some Shenya on here later in the year. Anyway, let's go to authors. Jessie Sams. There's Wachinato, and then there's an essay, and there's that. And look at this, Gnoma, a brief grammatical sketch of a conlang. Gnoma is a conlang for garden gnomes, who have a grim past behind their currently pleasant statued smiles.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's an a priori language. She posits an origin of garden gnomes.
Indeed, I do.
And creates a language for them. So yeah, you can read it. And I would put a link in the chat, but I think it would break my computer. Okay, wait.
It probably would, because if you try to click on things, we have found that it does not like you interacting in there.
Yeah, I forgot that I reduced the fan noise.
I mean, it's totally fine. Okay. He is not really, I don't think, stalling for the
Yeah, I was.
the poll results. I'm ready to go for that. I think he is too.
I was
It
fine
no
with the poll.
surprise.
I was fine with the poll results. I mean, I was a little surprised by them, but I was fine with them. So
I really thought Whisker was gonna take it away. By the way.
Yeah. So we were looking for. Remember, we were talking about negation last time, and we have these incorporated small words as negators. And they're going to be assigned to verbs depending on what makes sense semantically. But we do need a default one that's going to get assigned for verbs that don't have one that makes sense. And we came up with 7 possibilities. And they were paw, whisker, twitch, crumb, seed, squeak, and breath. And we gave you their options. And this one's actually tied, but I bet if we refresh it wouldn't be. But it wasn't really close, right?
No, but you're also on the bottom one, I think.
Yeah, that's the confidant poll.
Right, and it changes as you go up, and that's where it starts pulling ahead.
Mm-hmm.
As a side note, Ragdoll mentioned having a gnome book when they were a kid, and I got a gnome book too from Erin for Christmas. That's and it's an older one. Like she found it like used somewhere because it's one that's totally out of print now. But it's like a cool little illustration guide with stories and things about gnomes.
I remember that one too. I was surprised that you didn't already have it.
What can I say? I've disappointed my gnomes. Okay, 4 of these got 0 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to refresh it.
What do you mean 4 of these got 0 votes?
Exactly. You need to refresh this.
Oh, did somebody take away their vote?
Someone took away their vote. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I was expecting it to jump to the next thing, but hold on.
4 of these got 0 votes across the board, and now you can see the 4.
Oh my goodness.
So paw, crumb, seed, and breath across the board, across all 3 levels of voting capabilities, got 0 votes.
All of those were good options. But I'm really shocked that paw not only didn't get a vote, but didn't win, given that it is negative. Negative.
Leave the cheesy puns to me.
Oh.
No, that was really good.
Oh, this is worth pointing out. The original Portuguese translation of The Hobbit was called O Gnomo. The design and drawings are just
like
great.
I totally need that. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so those got 0 votes. What was in second place?
In third place, you mean?
Yeah.
Third?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Like I don't read Portuguese, but like I want that book.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, I want that so badly.
That is the 60th thing I have ever 60s. Wow. Okay.
Okay, in third place was the one that was actually the one that I thought would get it, which was Whisker. Je. Or Jane. Not for, like, really for no other reason than, like, their whiskers are so important to them. And I could imagine whiskers applying in tons of situations.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really thought that one was going to do something. But it was, like, third place and way in third place.
Yep.
Like, as in it got votes, so thumbs up. But just ahead of that in second place with 1 more vote across the board was Twitch. Another one that I thought was, like, semantically really usable. Although crumb is also really nice. Anyway. I'm glad I didn't have to make this decision because I would have changed my mind 8 times.
For the other who's mouses. Okay.
And then the winner was the one that you can kind of see already taking the lead.
Yeah.
With almost 60% at this level, and then as it moved up, it just kept getting the votes. And so Squeak is the And I mean that makes sense too, because they do a lot of squeaking, and so it's I didn't move a squeak, I didn't eat a squeak, I didn't love a squeak.
I didn't love a squeak. It is of all these, it has got to be the lightest weight prefix that there is. So it's like we already have a super lightweight negative suffix, right, which is F, which rarely shows up, which pretty much just shows up as low tone. And now the prefix is E.
Or each.
And if it comes in front of a vowel, yes. But the way that we've been making words most of the time, it's going to be E.
It'll be there.
Dark Horse, you can read any language if you try hard enough. Horribly.
I mean... No, it can't be because it's running through this and this is off, so. Okay.
Okay. Automatic. All right. Yes, overheated again. It's on automatic now.
Because, but it sounds like it got quieter. It's going down. What is it doing?
It doesn't know what it doesn't know what it wants. It doesn't know what it wants. It's figuring it out. It's figuring it out.
So, yeah. So maybe next week when I say, don't worry about it, you'll listen?
Yeah. I'm just...
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
I'm just glad that, like, it doesn't shut the whole stream down and we have to, like...
Yeah, that's actually super impressive, to be honest. Because he literally has to restart his computer, essentially. Like, push the power button and everything.
Why do overheated and frozen mean the same thing?
Oh my god, that's amazing. Like, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
This moment. That's amazing. Okay. So when your conlang has some ambiguity and you think, well, speakers will never get around that, remember what Dark Horse is pointing out. Overheated and frozen mean the same thing in English.
Okay, so here Logan has an example for us from Warpluri. Ngakanku marlu marnakura. Oops. Marnakura luornu narninjakura. The man shot the kangaroo eating grass. Who is eating grass is the discontinuous one. Oh, well that's not... Marna... Hold on a sec. Marnakura luarnu narni... Okay. Marna is grass. Kura tells you to belong to the subordinate clause. Okay, but what's kangaroo? Like, you need to build up to this. What's kangaroo? Is it kanku? What's eat? And what's the man? And what's shot?
I don't know, but this gingerberry's hitting the spot today.
I imagine if you make any spot and pour that on it, the spot will be completely dissolved.
Okay. As we're waiting on that.
Water beauty.
Yeah, I mean, magpie, good point. But still, the fact that something can freeze because it's overheating makes no sense. So, yeah, but good point. Yeah, they don't exactly mean the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, that's that. Let's go and write that up.
In the negation section.
Yeah.
Which is really a mess right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Need to make that prettier.
That's because we wanted to figure it out.
Okay, page 22. Oh, you're there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
What?
If the verb is base transitive, its former direct object is rendered in the ablative. It's a good thing I haven't written a lot of negative sentences for Instagram, or they would have all been wrong, because I totally forgot about that.
It's just... yeah.
Hey, Jesse, remember? Whew, all these little things about translating, I tell you what.
Okay.
I had fun drawing the sunflower, though.
Yeah. We don't need a gloss. We just need to know which word is which word. That's all. We don't need the analysis. Just point to the things and let's say that's kangaroo, that's shot, that's man, and so on. Okay. This incorporated negator prevents ordinary noun incorporation. Let's go ahead and add here. Well, maybe.
I think it's at the end of that would
yeah.
make more sense.
Okay. Well, what's the one where I need one where we just, so I don't have to do all that formatting. I just need it indented.
I think it's after this we have.
Here we go.
Right there. Oh, Miles says the lip sync is off.
What? What? Pull it up.
Oh. Well, I mean, I can't see our... This is behind anyway. Like, I can't... I don't know. We can try to, like, clap and say something at the same time and see. No, it doesn't even help because I don't have the sound on. So,
Yeah, we don't have
I mean,
sound
I
on.
can't... I can't tell.
Hmm.
Oh, it's like in Singing in the Rain. Oh, no.
I
Okay, Jonathan says it refreshed and is fine for them, so hopefully...
Yeah, so refresh it.
Ooh, and Tunky got a Ukrainian textbook with a huge sunflower on it. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so yeah, like I feel like I should refresh too because this little yellow message should have gone away.
Well, I don't think you can.
But I know I don't want to. I'm
Yeah.
not going to try it because I may lose it altogether.
Okay.
Oh,
So.
Logan sent you the whole thing. Oh, good, Miles. That is wonderful. Logan sent you the whole shebang.
Marlou is kangaroo? Okay. So, man.
I would like to speak with these speakers and say I think you should switch Marlou and should Marlou mean eat or man? If we can just start switching these words, kangaroo just doesn't seem Marlou-y, you know?
Yeah, so we have man, kangaroo, shot. So we got SOV, right? And we've got man, kangaroo, grass, shot, was eating. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? Why would you even mention the grass? Seems irrelevant.
Wait, I thought it meant something though. Wasn't that the
A
whole
man
point?
shot the kangaroo who was eating the grass. But like you gotta wait to find out what's happening to the grass. It was like, you know, the man shot the man shot the kangaroo who was eating the grass. It's like
This
why
is-
even mention the grass? Why even mention the grass? Why not put the grass after the warnu?
What do you mean?
See, because like it's man, kangaroo, grass, but grass isn't relevant for anything. Shot. Man shot the kangaroo.
No,
And then
it
it's
is
like-
relevant
and he
'cause
was eating
the
it.
kangaroo is eating the grass. The whole point of this was it's discontinuous.
But it's not relevant till the end. So like, why even mention it? The kangaroo's not standing in the grass. Like, there's no point to mention it at
what
this
it does
point.
is it prefers all the nouns out there first before you give the verbs.
Humans don't do that. Computers do that.
Oh, apparently refreshing is not working for everybody. I'm really sorry. I don't know.
That's just silly. That's kind of like saying that, you know, English be doing something like, you know, the cat dog saw. Because we like our determiners together and our nouns together. That's just...
The whole point of the example was to show that the only way you can know that grass is part of the other clause is because it's got kura marking it, which says, don't put me with the main verb, put me with the subordinate one.
Then why even mention it, though? Why even mention it?
Because it's important to note that the kangaroo who was not eating grass was not shot. He shot the one who was eating grass.
That's what it gets for sating itself. Nah. No, but like, no. I don't know about that. That seems... Alright. I don't know about that.
You're grumpy.
It sounds fake.
Someone needs a nap.
It sounds fake. That's all I'm saying.
No, I was talking about you, Tunky, I believe. I think you were the one who said no, and I thought it was about the refreshing thing. Oh, there's also a contiguous version.
Of course.
Yes, but like, what if it's like being topicalized, or like they want to say like these are the three big players, and here's how they played out.
No, but like the grass isn't the big player. The eating is. The eating is the next most important thing because it describes the kangaroo. Because it was the eating kangaroo.
Do you need a language hug?
It doesn't make any sense.
Languages don't always make sense. They do what they do. It's like the biggest myth. They make sense. No, humans did them. Of course they don't make sense all the time. Humans are in control.
The cat dog saw.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, well, if we had a cool little marker like they do, then you would mark the argument that is out of place.
The kurra cat dog kurra saw.
Well, now I can't even remember where you put the kurras, so I will. The second the goes with the cat, I believe. So I think therefore the dog saw the cat is what you're trying to say.
No, cat saw the dog.
I couldn't remember where you put them.
Why not? Humans can do it, apparently.
Because that's not my language, so I'm not like ready to be listening for it. Anyway. Mateus, no, they do not always make sense when you know about them, because there is at one point in history in every language, at least one, if not multiple, where speakers just started doing some weird thing and everybody's like, oh. I mean, like the Great Vowel Shift. Why?
No, but like,
there's a lot of theories, but it doesn't really make sense.
No, that's easy. Like, it is easy. Also, the Haitian thing is very well explicable if you know that they're using French as their lexifier language. That makes sense.
Right.
No. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Latin, specifically written Latin, where you see like all of this garbled jumble like free word order stuff, and it's like, well, did people do that with speaking? No. They only did it when they were writing poetry because they could. But like it wasn't.
Maybe that sentence was written in poetry and they wanted that word at the end. So
maybe it was written by the linguist that was writing that grammar.
That could be it too.
Who just like was writing, just made this like, can you do this? And you're like, sure, I don't care. Just make it so that we have to stop talking to you.
At some point you realize when you have, like if you're studying linguistics in school, at some point you start realizing there's really no correct answer and no one can ever argue against you because it's all hypotheses.
That is exactly something that a linguist would say when they're challenged by somebody reading their dissertation.
They're all hypotheses. No, it's what I say whenever students are like, how do we know for sure that it wasn't this form? And it's like, really, we don't. There's no attested forms beyond a certain point in history. So, like, we really don't. We just have guesses. That's all we have. And so, anyway, let's move forward with our negation. You've got fourth. Let's move forward. You're just staring at the screen.
I'm waiting for Zachary to finish. Oh, you don't want to see that. I had plenty of those in my past. Okay, now this is what I want to say. The negation prefixes listed below will be assigned to specific verbs based on semantic suitability as determined by a committee. However, some verbs won't neatly fit into one category or another. For those, the generic negator each is used.
Okay, first of all, Miles totally picked up. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. With Arabic, apparently people used to speak more poetically, specifically as a status symbol, to be like I am up here. Sign of potentially pretentiousness. Don't
Hat tip, Ali. Let's see. The argument is being applied to, and the whole clause is placed after the main clause.
Okay. Are we ready to move forward? I'm staring at David, staring at the screen. This is the best use of live air.
I don't think that says what you think it says, Zachary. I think that says, so the top one, I think it says, because it's on the man. On the man, I guess the food eats the table, and then the second one is the man eats table on the food. I think that's what those say. So anyway, all right. So yeah, do you want to try and prettify this?
I mean, of course. Did we?
We've done all these. We figured out the syntax. So
we have that
delete
checklist
this.
is done. The question is, do we at some point have that F information? Specifically mentioned.
Verbs negate via a negative verb form. I'll just go ahead and end here. Historically, F suffix with an epenthetic, E if necessary.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. And then we have the syntax written there. We have that information about that. We have this. Okay. So now I was wondering if you wanted to do some kind of table or some kind of, did you want to keep it a list? Like, how did you want these, the incorporated noun negator forms to be presented in the document?
These?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. But now I see what Zachary is saying. So I see what he's saying. So the preposition always applies to table. It's just a matter of which thing it's on. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, color or light, using color or light as tokens for a language is something I've always wanted to try. Okay, so here is a grand list of all the negation prefixes, both their forms and their usual associated meanings. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So let's do, okay, we're going to want some sort of a bullet.
Gotta copy that mouse.
Well, we want it to be negative. Okay, so then...
I will accept it.
Do you want to start with basic and then do alphabetical order, or commonality, or alphabetical order the whole way?
What's going to be the first word? Is it going to be like what you use it for, like speech, eating? Because I think that's how we would look it up, right?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do...
Is by category.
Let's do movement 1. And then we'll just do it this way, so.
And it's always throughout, all of these are predictable that it's got a consonant vowel
Associated with self-movement.
Form.
Yeah, and then so ultimately from yet paw.
Perfect.
And what do you think about that format? Does that work?
It does. It's just sad that it like pushed it onto the next line.
Yeah, others are going to be longer.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Movement 2.
And then
J. Do you want to start? I don't know. Do you want to try doing these together? I mean, if you want, like, we don't need.
well, I mean, if this is all we're doing, then I can do this list while you move on to orthography.
From Yensu, whisker.
Because
Associated with, okay.
so I will take care of these. And I don't know if it's going to be on the screen where people can see that I'm doing it, but I'm going to do some basic formatting, no new stuff in the language.
Well.
And I think David's ready to start the big
Yeah.
shebang, right?
Yeah. How's that?
Did you turn the sound off?
Yeah, it was muted apparently. So sorry about that. So what you heard was me trying to. This is going to go up here. Okay. And then we're going to make us pretty small. Have an idea. Okay, we're going to put the video capture in front of Font Lab. Okay, good. And then hopefully you can see most of it. You'll get to see the bottom of chat. There we go. We can scoot chat over a little bit. But then this is pretty small. Oh, wait. There we go. So then, let's give you a little bit more of there. We're trying our best, W. Watson. We're trying our best. Make this a little bit bigger. And move that like that. And a little bit bigger. Okay. So, okay. So we're going to try some stuff here. And you just shout at me if for some reason you can't see something you're expecting to. Here, we're going to move you up there, I think. There we go. Okay. So I need your help as we do this, because what we need to figure out is, let's go to panels, workspaces, default. Oh, probably, yeah, I did that.
Is everything breaking down?
A little bit. So we're at default. So where is the thing that I want? I don't know where the thing that I want is. But anyway, well, whatever. We have one thing in there. I didn't bring up my thing. But what I need everybody's help with, so somebody put this in the chat. We need to figure out how many onsets there are and what they are. How many, we know that there are 5 vowels. And then how many codas there are. And we need to do some multiplication to figure out how on earth this is going to work.
We have 22 onsets.
And 5 vowels, proto-vowels, right?
And then codas should be...
I'm going to need to, yeah, we're going to need to go up here. Okay, we're looking at protophonemes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 would be the blank one, right?
Yes.
Okay, 22 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 110.
Mm-hmm.
Times how many codas do we
I
have?
thought there were 16 codas, but I may be
Does that
messing
include no coda?
Where's your conlang book?
It's downstairs. I forgot it.
You're totally gonna need that.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm on the outside, so I'm gonna go get that.
All right.
I will be right back.
Everybody say bye to Jessie. We'll miss her.
Yeah, I get back and find out the language is gone.
Yeah, so 22 onsets times 5 vowels times. And does anybody remember like what the deal was with like? Remember the rectangle at the bottom? One was. Thank you, Ali. One was a closed rectangle and one was an open rectangle. Does anybody remember like why? Because I don't. It was a long time ago. Here, let's go to. $1760 isn't terrible. It's a lot. It is a lot of glyphs, but it's not terrible. If it starts to get into like the 10,000s, we need to do things differently. No, it's not 22 plus null, it's 21 plus null.
And then, in case you feel sad about having forgotten that downstairs on orthography day.
Oh. Jesse brought me a little black and white cookie. I love black and white cookies.
Okay.
No. Remember, we're not distinguishing tone. Tone just falls out of it. Looks like we got 14 codas. Now we just need to figure out the open and closed thing. Oh. Uh-oh.
Don't like the sound of that.
It looks like the open rectangle was low tone and the closed rectangle was high tone. Uh-oh. Oh, that's no good.
So what did we figure out? What has gone horribly wrong? And what was the limit? Because remember that one thing you were working on and there were just too many combinations and the whole program just died? I can't remember how many that was, but I feel like it was 6,000 before it died. Okay.
That's what I'm worried about. Tone is predictable based on coda, but we were going to incorporate it anyway. No, that's way too many dark horses. It wouldn't be that. I think we're looking at 3,000 at the most. But no, you're right. Jake does have a good point. So if you had a theoretical syllable, right, T-A-K, then the only time that would occur is when K was occurring as a coda, and that could never give you anything but high tone. So it would only ever occur with an open. Oh, that was that song I hated. Remember that song? 5,000, 2,500, 600 minutes or something like that?
I like it because of The Office.
Oh, yeah. I dislike
and
it.
I cry when they do that.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's so sweet.
Oh, it's nice. It just reminds me of the 90s. I think they sang it at my high school graduation. I was like, this moment it started, I was like, oh my god, I gotta sit through this whole thing and then applaud at the end of it. High school was before The Office, wasn't it?
For us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like well before. Oh, it's from Rent, that's why. Man, remember when that was all anybody could talk about? Or was that the case at your high school? Were they mostly talking about, man, did you see that Dukes of Hazzard rerun?
As far as I know, nobody was talking about Rent in high school.
Really? Whoa! Wow.
I mean, Rodney and I talked about Phantom of the Opera, but that was about as Broadway-y as I ever got.
Okay. All right, so first, I think Jake's point holds. But let's say, for the time being, that we were going to do everything. What that would mean is we have 14 codas plus no coda, which is 15, times 2 tones, because essentially it's going to be closed or open. What does that multiply out to? 22 times 5 is 110. 110 times 30, is that right? And so that would be 3,300. Yeah, 3,300.
Sounds like some complicated stuff going on. I'm glad I'm just trying to format and make this look pretty.
Okay, important question. Anybody feel free to answer. Is there any CVC syllable whose tone is not predictable?
Say that again?
Is there any CVC syllable whose tone is not predictable?
Like predictable how it's going to be coming out?
Yeah.
I thought they all were. That's why we have our rules.
Okay, so it's like, it's not going to be the case that in some cases this CVC is low, in some cases it's high.
Only if we write it in the historic syllables instead of like having the coda become the onset for the next one when like suffixes are added.
Oh, when suffixes are added. Shoot, that's a question. Okay, is there ever just like a drawing program you can do on a computer? Well, I don't think so. Here, I'm just going to do it this way. Can you give me a thick, fatty marker over there?
I would love to do that.
Nice and dark.
Sharpie or no?
Give me that brown one, actually.
Oh, wait, this one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Okay. And then that would be I don't know why I wrote this. I could have typed this part. But let's say that you have this, right? So you have historical kan, that's the syllable, and it's getting an E suffix. Modern, it would be ka, low tone. And then when the suffix was added, it would be kani. So the question is, in our orthography, are we going to write that like this? Shoot, where are glyphs? I want to actually write this correctly.
They're kind of all over in multiple pages.
Yeah. There it is. Not. Okay. Okay, and then so that's high. And then coda N is circle with a line through it. Now the empty character is Isn't that, yeah. Okay, so this would be one way of writing it. So in other words, we say that this thing has a suffix, right? By writing it K-A-N, but high tone, empty character, that's the E vowel, and then that's a high tone but no coda. Kani. So that's one way. Or that would be a historical spelling. Or we do let's see what N looks like. Or we do this, and we have K, A, high tone, no coda, N, I, high tone, no coda. So this would be A equals historical, B equals innovative spelling. So this is just spelling. Okay? Does everybody kind of understand what's at stake here?
Oh, I will do an official poll. No need to vote right now. We can do an actual poll if we're going to be voting.
Yeah. I just want to make sure everybody understands it before we actually vote. Basically, option A means that there's going to be either a lot more glyphs or we're going to separate out codas and just write them and have them go underneath, which we can do since everything is going to be the same width. And so option A, a lot more codas. Option B, a lot fewer codas. Option A, so more codas, and you'll need to know what tone everything is to do the right thing. Option B, fewer codas, and you will need to know the tone if it's an open syllable. No, but it's always going to be high tone if it's an open syllable, isn't it? So then that'll be easier. Option B will be easier. Option A would be more complicated. I'm just going to hold this up while Jesse types so that people can look again.
And Cupcake Parade, like this is essentially what you're voting is
Yeah.
trying to decide when the writing system was developed.
That's the best way to put it. So like we can't give you that answer. You're going to be answering this question. The answer is, or the answer you're providing is, how innovative do you want this system to be? Do you want the mice to have changed it as they went on?
All right, in historical you said more codas, but we need tone marking.
Yes.
Is that correct?
So it's like, I tried to do it like a schematic. This top one is K-A-N, nothing I, whereas this one, and I'm running out of space here, is K-A-N-I. And of course, this will be relevant only when there are suffixes, right? But then, of course, this language is like primarily suffixing.
Right. With the innovative, you said it was fewer codas, but what?
Fewer codas.
And then no overt marking of tone, because it would just be understood.
No, it'd be easier. You wouldn't have to remember the tone because anytime there was an open syllable, it would always be high tone. So you wouldn't have to think about it. If there was no coda, it would automatically just be high tone.
And would we mark it orthographically?
See, this one, you have to think about it. In fact, let me show you this. So we know that in the modern language, no. Take that back. We know, looking at the protoform, if there is an open syllable, it's always going to have a high tone. We know that, right? So another difference between these two is that in the innovative one, basically, if you're typing something without a historical coda, you know it's going to be high tone, and so it just gets automatically filled in. Similarly, with the other codas, they'll never change their tone. So just like Jake pointed out, you won't have to guess. If it's like, K-A-N, you know it's going to be low tone. With the top one, it will change. Because what the top one shows you is that we are actually marking the tone. And that ka syllable has high tone, even though it's written with a nasal coda. And that is why you'll need to write the high tone in there, as opposed to the open rectangle, which is low tone. So in the bottom system, an N coda will always be associated with a low tone. In the top system, there are times where you will have an N coda, but you will have a high tone because it's actually not a coda anymore. It's an onset of the next syllable. Mm-hmm. So it is more complex. And there's going to be more things to think about as you write the system.
I'm going to say more complex versus more predictable.
Yes.
Okay. And then before I submit this, Miles asked if a semi-historical system could be a choice to have it emerge somewhere in the middle. And I don't know if that's... We would have to make some sort of decision. Anyway, before I hit submit, I just wanted to see if that was something you wanted to think through before I sent it out, because you don't want to have to, retract a poll.
A semi-historical choice would be the tone always matches the coda, and you just have to figure it out. So, like, in truth, this A actually does represent a semi-historical system, because you would never have had a high tone associated with an N coda ever, right? So that should be low tone. It's marked as high tone because it is high tone in the modern language. And so A is actually semi-historical. We don't have a fully historical system. If we did, this top one would actually be low tone. You would just know it was high when you read it.
Okay, so perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And yes, Minnie, you've got my vote.
All right.
I should have made the third option, Minnie. Okay, so while they're voting, I wanted to just show you that I have this done, and I put the receipt in there. We don't have a form for it yet. Ooh, and I need to take this out because I copied and pasted, obviously.
Here, let's go to that real quick. Actually, I'm going to delete that math real quick. We don't need it. Oh yeah, first of the month. Why is this so...
Yeah, it just started moving real slow. Mine's fine. And then my other question was, did we want to keep these examples we had come up with? And so when you get there... Oh, no, that one note was already in there.
What?
The maximum syllable for protoforms. That was for us. We need to keep that note.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I think we know that.
Are we going to remember that in 2 years when we come back to do a translation for this?
Hang on a sec. Jake is raising a good point for the swapping tones.
Oh.
He says, how would we do that? Well, we would do that with either changing the tone, or you would just know.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's... Okay, so what was the thing that we were going to do? I wanted to go look at the thing that you did.
The negative prefixes. And see if you like how I categorize some of them, because I was like, it just seems silly to say associated with on a lot of them, so I just didn't include it. You can also find me in the document, but that was a slow scroll. So I tried to put all the senses together, like sight, touch, sound, and taste.
Mm-hmm.
And then transaction, a bit more complex. And then the speech and the writing, the communication, I tried to keep together.
Yeah, and we absolutely do need to come up with a word for receipt.
Yeah.
Historical point. Nominal incorporation is a feature of negated verb constructions arose because of historical, not breathe any breath. Yes. Perfect.
And so, I don't remember if we wanted to say nominal incorporation at large, because it was really just a reduplication that started to mean breathe a breath, but I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to see something truly bizarre, also, can I just see what's on screen? See what people can see? Because, like, I think that we might want to...
Oh, we got kind of stuck there.
Yeah. What was I going to say? One of my favorite sports logos, and just logos of all time, is the Minnesota Wild, a hockey team, an NHL team. And you should go look at it because they form the shape of an animal with images from nature. So like a river, a tree, the moon, a cloud. It's really cool looking. And whenever I saw it, I was like, oh, it's that. For some reason, I never gave it much thought. And then, like, as I was going to look at it, it was like, it's a mammal. And that's really the best you can say about it. It's not a specific mammal. It's just some kind of mammal. Like, it's not meant to be any specific one. Like, so go take a look at it. See if you can figure out what it's supposed to be, because it's not, it's just mammal. It's the weirdest thing.
Okay, so I was about to, as you were talking, ask the same question Miles did, where it was like, should we call it and then let us decide, because it was exactly tied for several minutes.
Yeah.
And then one person jumped in.
Well, has Bibleridian voted yet?
That will decide it. Also, Minnie, I love it. Meet me in the document and Google Love Story. Right, yeah, they did outnumber. They still do outnumber viewers.
Yeah, but we're not tied anymore.
So, Bib is indeed here. But Bib, you got to tell us which way to vote on this.
Yeah, what about our writing system? How innovative should we be?
Should I end it or wait for Bib to confirm the vote has been placed?
I want to know if he's at least already voted. He doesn't need to tell us how he voted. I just want to know if he's voted.
It's very important stuff. We can't close the poll.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bib will disappear silently to leave us wondering as we try.
I'm assuming Amphision, by the way, is the word for the ancestor of dogs and bears. It's just an assumption.
Yes! Best answer ever.
Is this going to be like a whole like Bokmal versus the other one thing, Neunorsk?
The question is, should I go ahead and end the poll? I mean, we've got more votes. And then we were tied for a long time, and I really wonder if it's secondary accounts. But I'm going to go ahead and end the poll, right?
End the poll.
Okay. So, and Bib had indeed voted.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I think that we go with it. Okay, it's easier, at least. It's not the nightmare of learning how to type things into Tapahla. And I'm not convinced, by the way, that we actually did that correctly. The writing system for Tapahla, the spelling, the writing system is fine, but the spelling, I'm not convinced that we did that correctly. But
especially since you wanted a historical spelling versus a more modern spelling.
Yeah.
And so what I feel like, here's what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was indeed a historical system in place, but then the mice were like, well, this is silly. We could write it this way instead. And they held a committee, a whole session. And I feel like it was like a 4-day session, not just like a 1-day talk or a 2-day. They saw presentations from both sides. Mm-hmm. They tried it out on several texts. They had scribes working furiously in the background, pumping out these texts so they could have a comparison. And what they realized was that they were more progressive than all that. And they were ready to look for the future, and they decided that innovative spelling system was really what they were looking for to head into the future.
There you have it. All right, then.
And that's how it happened.
Okay, so then let us get to it. So here comes the difficult part. And again, I have no idea what you can see or Anything?
Ooh, before we actually do that though, we made a decision.
Yes, we did.
Do you want to celebrate?
I do. Hey, look at this. This must be an old version of Font Lab.
Didn't you say they updated, or is it?
No, like just this that I have
Oh,
here.
okay.
Must be an older version. Anyway, so let's see. This is going to be basic substitutions. I just want to get this started. Substitute. A through Z capital by A through Z lowercase. Bam. All right, there we go. Got something started.
Here you go.
All right.
All right, this is to fuel your work.
Cheers. All right.
Yeah. Right, Minnie? Wouldn't that be hilarious if like future mice didn't realize that that occurred, and then they found these like different texts all written in different possibilities, and they're like, what are these?
Go we go. The flavor of progress.
Oh my gosh, mine won't open, and I don't want to do what you do sometimes and throw it on the floor because I'm trying to pull it open so much.
Didn't you do that once?
Never.
Let the record show. No, the rectangle has to be there. The rectangle has to be there.
Really, more than anything, the innovative system makes it so when we add suffixes, that coda becomes the onset for the next syllable when it starts with a vowel. Like if the next syllable starts with a vowel, then that coda consonant shifts over. There will still be coda consonants marked. There just won't be as many of them because so many of those, go over to be onsets when suffixes are added.
Yeah, I'm also going to do some of the acute things. So like, because basically if you type in the romanization, if you type in acute, I want to be sure that, it comes out acute. Because they're not going to be represented. But I don't think that anybody can see what I'm doing. I honestly don't think that they would be able to see even if I put it on the screen because it's very small. But I'm writing some code so that anytime you write a vowel with an acute accent, it just returns to the regular vowel. And so I'm going to need to find whatever the name is of the U. Because a U diaresis, right, should just be U. Probably. I mean, you can get our modern U vowel, you can get it in a number of ways. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
U diaresis. U diaresis. Okay. Okay. And now we need the U with a double acute. It's called U Hunger umlaut from Hungarian. So then let's add that to, we can just add these to this one. Simplify things a little bit so we don't have an extra line of code. And so then we have U Hunger umlaut, U Hunger umlaut. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right, so now we need to start doing some basic syllables. So we're going to start with CV syllables and A, B, C, D, E, F. We're going to start with F. So substitute F-A by F-A wokuthiju. We're not going to use the... Okay. And then substitute F-E by F-E wokuthiju. And then I. And then O. And then U. And now we're going to copy that line of code and do it by like 1,000,000. How many different onsets do we have?
22.
Okay. I'm gonna. Where's text edit? Where are you even right now in the document?
In negation, I'm filling out and making it all finished and pretty, and I think I just finished it.
Okay, I think I'm.
Then I'm gonna enter verb forms. I think. Ooh.
I think I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna do.
I have a lot of verbs to enter into the dictionary.
I'm gonna do something else here. Desktop, okay. Everybody hang on a second. All right, you should be able to hear me, and we're gonna do
Are we not gonna? I'm just so curious to find out what's gonna happen.
Why is this not a perfect square? There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna do the display right here. Okay, so here we go. Okay. That'd actually be really cool.
What's that?
Okay, so we need F. What comes after F?
You mean in the?
Yeah, all right, let's figure it out. Well, there's F apostrophe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, we're gonna need to do some code for that.
Oh, to keep the adjectives,
Yeah.
the apostrophes with the letter form.
All right, so how many different things show up as an
Yikes.
apostrophe? So quote single is the one we want. So we're gonna replace everything by quote single. Okay. Where's the writing system type?
Oh, I don't know.
But I want it to show. Let's do this for right now. Okay, not that one.
And by the way, I will now be moving down to make verb entries. I have my notes situated so that way I can enter things into the dictionary. Because if you recall, last time we started,
Yeah.
I think we got all the A's, no, almost all the A's done. No, we did get all the A's done. So now I'm gonna pick up with, oh, we already did Chisu.
Okay, but does everybody know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm looking for the thing. I wonder if this is, I should,
What are you looking
6.02. We might have to update this. I'm looking for those other, like the smart quotes. Because I want to get rid of those.
And when you say you're looking for them, does that mean you need to know like the?
I need to know their
I-
name. There we go. Quote right and quote left. Okay, substitute quote left, quote right by quote single. There we go. All right. Now we can go over here, take this, put it up here.
Oh, and Grindel said yes, it's version 7, so you do need to update.
Now, I've got it.
Silvertail, yes, it would be if they kept overhauling their writing system. That's part of their long, meeting though, is they have to decide how invested are they in doing that.
Wow, I've got a bunch of those there. Why do I have that? So we'll do F eject. We'll do with EJ. Okay, what comes after that? Well, certainly just the basic vowel forms A, E, I, O, U. Okay. Okay, so then A, B, C, D, F, G, H. We don't have H. I. We don't have J. We do have J, but it only shows up in certain circumstances.
Oh, because the
K.
Y is going to be the
K. So K is next. And so these will be K. Oh my goodness.
wowza.
Oh my gosh.
Get your finger on the right keys.
Alright.
We need a better, is there anything you can balance that on to make that maybe a little higher for you?
No. Okay, and now we have K adjective.
Yeah.
I'll be up here. I know what to do. Yes.
As you're working on changing those, I guess one potentially interesting question is, would there be I guess it doesn't matter whether it's coded as L or R, because all the R's turned into L's. And
Yeah,
so
we're
it
gonna-
doesn't 100% matter.
Yeah, we're going to change that. So I'm going to add a line of code that changes all R's into L's.
So that if you type it,
Yep.
it changes.
Yeah, substitute R by L. Perfect. Now we don't have to worry about that. And so we're just going to do L.
Cool. And Minnie, no, there was not.
All right. M is next. Oh my. Right.
What happened? You said, oh my.
Oh, I went to save it, but it was like, we are not saving this.
Yeah, M is next. And then we have all the N's.
Yes. So do you see what I'm doing right now?
I do.
Do you want to help?
Yeah, but it needs to be saved to the cloud so I can join you.
Here, just, here, do the next adjective ones. Ready? M, all right, now N. So we need to do this once, and then the big thing is going to be deciding if we want to do, we want to try to mess around with having these codas shift backwards, or if we want to produce full glyphs. Yeah?
Go to... Oh, wait. Nope, no, it worked. Okay. I thought there was a typo, but my eyes were seeing double. We're fine, we're fine.
That's good. Okay, there's no Q. Actually, it's something else we want to do. Let's see, substitute. Let's do substitute Q by K. And let's see, what else? X. Substitute X by S. X to U V. We have a V, right? But it's,
Only in modern forms.
yeah, but we're it's only going to come from an F, so substitute V by
It comes
F.
from a W.
W, thank you. U, X, oops. Y and Z, we're going to leave it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the adjectives, the TS adjectives, as well as the C adjectives, because
Yep.
they changed. Do we want to? I can do a C. I've got the P and the T adjectives done. Do you want me to do one for C adjective, which becomes?
It's going to be CH.
Okay, so CH and CH adjective,
Yeah.
and then same for T and TH adjective.
Yes.
Ooh, an S adjective, which S adjective became TS adjective. So, because we also have S adjective,
Yeah.
which became TS. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to do CH, TH, and TS adjective.
Yeah, this is really complicated. Okay, there's P. There's T. Okay, and then I Q R S limit to S. My God. So we are in for it.
This is intense.
Even starfish favor one side of their body over the other? Now that is definitely something I didn't know.
Which side is it?
Yeah, which side is it, or does it change?
Okay. I think I have all the adjectives.
Let's see what you got. Nope. You got to put spaces between that C and H.
Oh, okay.
and the T and H and the T and S. So put spaces between
But
those.
not on this side, right?
No.
Okay. I've never done this before, so I am just now learning.
Yeah. So we got W next.
Whoops, I put the space in the wrong place. Tricky little PS. Okay, now I think I'm done with the adjectives.
Okay. Excellent.
How can you even see that after a while?
Yeah, you know.
Whew.
And so these have more than one character. So these have two characters, T and quote single, right? These have three, and so they need to come first.
Oh, Zachary, now that's a question. Okay, sorry, what?
What
I
the
was catching
question?
up in chat. Zachary says,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If I were to, you read that?
Yeah, I think I did out loud, but I was
Oh, I was-
interested as well.
I was copying and pasting and not listening to what was happening. And I do apologize about
Okay,
that.
so then W, X, Y is next. And I think that's it, right? Can you tell me the origin of Z?
Yes, it only appears when there's fortition with like NS and it becomes NDZ.
No, not that. Ja, sorry.
The J, the ya, in front of an I or an E.
Okay. Not anywhere else?
Mm-mm. The ja does become a sh though from time to time, as we saw.
No. That wasn't what Zachary was asking, Biblaridian. So, like, let's say that I'm a starfish, right? And my right little appendage, if this is my little starfish head, got cut off. And I favored that right appendage because it was my best appendage. And then it got cut off, and then it grew back. Would it still be my dominant one when it grew back, or would another one become the dominant one?
Okay.
Okay, have we
so-
done everything?
I don't know, but I have a few complications for you.
Yes.
First is that the F can voice to a V,
Mm-hmm.
but after a coda or after an R or a nasal coda.
Yeah.
But most of our V's come from the W
Yeah.
because W goes to V in front of an U and an O.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just need to know. I mean, it's fine.
Okay. And then the Z comes from S's voicing after an R or a nasal or in the fortition that I mentioned. The J does indeed just come from a Y in front of an I or an E. And if it then is in ZH, it becomes in J, so that's when the J appears.
Yeah. But we
Okay.
don't actually have everything. There's still stuff we need.
Okay. What else can I be typing?
Well, we need to do the regular TS, which turns into TH, so we need to do TH. But we also have a little bitty bit of a problem. So just a typing problem. Oops, sorry. So like, okay, so with NG it's no problem because we don't have a G otherwise, right? But like, let's say that we had older form versus, right? And imagine that's the right R. Now when we're typing these, if we type this as NY, there's no distinction between these two, but they're actually different.
CH. Did you get the regular CHs?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna make those two.
Oh, okay, but like seriously.
I know, I really don't know.
Mm.
Because that's why it's hard when...
This is a bummer. I think we're gonna have to use Enya in this.
Because I don't... I was hoping somebody in chat would be like, hey, here's a cool idea.
Yeah, but like seriously, I think we're gonna have to use Enya in typing this thing. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. Because sorry, let's do this in full IPA so everybody can see what's going on. Or actually, it wasn't that. It was just
It's
this.
just upside down, yeah.
I mean, it's easy enough to type on ours.
What? Interesting, though. Would the mice treat...
Hmm?
Okay, and like... Because I can't imagine like a situation where they would have man yar versus man yar in the old form. Really, the question is what happens if there's a protoform man, mon, and we add this suffix or it becomes compounded with yar. And on the one hand, it becomes low tone ma, ya,
Well, the thing is, like,
versus ma, nya.
modern, this becomes maja versus so it's pretty different.
I'm just saying, like, that protoform would never exist outside of two forms coming together. We would have a man yar versus manyar.
I mean, maybe.
Like, I can only see that ever happening when we're adding things together, which I mean can still be a problem because we may need to be able to type that in as a coda to mark low tone without it going with the ya in the next one.
Yeah, I think we just got to do it. That's too bad. So we're going to have Enya. We don't need it for NG because we don't have a G otherwise.
Right. And then the N is fine, obviously.
Yeah, but so let's just get it on the board. N tilde, we're going to get rid of the capitalized version. Substitute N tilde by N tilde.
Okay, I have the TH ready for you and the CH is coming.
The easy answer to that, Ollie, is because we wanted to. Pay attention to like 30 episodes ago. All right. Now, N tilde is just a single character, but it's going to be after all of those. So it's... Yeah, but it makes sense to do it here. Right.
And then let me know if there are any more I can prep for you.
Where are the ones you were just doing now?
They're still in, they're down here in the document underneath. I did the TH and the CH. Can I go ahead and erase all the adjectives to get them out of there? I'll wait for you to check and see what you...
Okay, so we've done all those, right?
I think. I mean, I did them. I don't know what you
Oh.
copied and pasted.
Yeah, TH quote single, TS quote single. Now
And you got the
these
CH,
we
and
haven't done.
Yeah, those are the new ones.
So those are gonna be right here. And then CH is gonna be above it.
Okay. That same issue, if that's an issue with N and Y, then it's an issue with T and S.
Shoot.
And like in both regular and adjective forms.
Uh-oh.
It's the same. Yikes. And as a side note for people watching along, this is a lot to do up front for this, but it definitely makes it so later down the road it can be combined easier and faster.
Well, the way around that is to type the protoform and do S adjective.
Because the TH came from the TS, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
and so
I
those
think
will
we're
be
gonna
typed
have
in
to.
the modern, but that one would need to be typed in the proto.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's confusing. But it looks like absolutely that is what we're gonna have to do. Unless we just say it's really rare for S to be followed by S ejective. Or no, T to be, no. No, it wouldn't be. All right, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Okay, good spot, good catch. It's gonna go here. It's gonna go after P. I'm just gonna delete the T. All right, but it's still gonna be called TS adjective. Okay, and then, is that it?
I erased the peaks. I saw it in your notes. I was waiting to erase until I made sure they were over there in the other document. But if you say you've copied and pasted everything I did, then I will
Yeah, and then there's,
get rid of this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's so that can all be deleted. I think. Yeah, that can all be deleted.
Ooh, boy, that looks fun. Double highlighting. It's like super orange.
It's funny that it's orange there and pink here. Okay, so then that is it.
It.
Yeah.
Easy, right?
Okay, so then CV syllables no coda. And so then we're gonna just paste that there. We're gonna hit compile, and we hope that we end up with a multiple of 5.
I'm like holding my breath.
Here we go.
How can you tell?
110 glyphs. Okay, now all we need to do is multiply this by 15.
So, while you're thinking through that life choice here, I do want to say, because we are in the last 15 minutes, we will be posting something for people to vote on.
How's that?
I don't know. Are we patrons? Are they going to be voting this week?
Oh, like on a patron poll?
Yeah.
Well, then why didn't you say a patron poll? Well, there's already one poll that we can tell you about. Poll is already up, but we are in the last few weeks for the mouse language. At present, I mean, we may be done with this before then, but we're going to plan tentatively on our first episode of season 4 being April 7th. Is that correct? Is that a Thursday?
Yeah, it would be a Thursday because March ends on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And so April 8th would be a Friday.
Oh no, we didn't forget the Kopiko. I'm still enjoying the aftertaste. But for patrons, the poll is already up for the next language. And this, of course, will be a vote on what the next 2 languages are going to be. Because whichever the winner is, the other one is going to be for season 5. So we're deciding between the cats and the dogs. The poll is going to be up all month. So, and there's no waiting, it's just all patrons deciding. So go ahead and vote and we'll decide on what our next 2 languages are going to be. And then as for the patron poll, I wish I could mock something up real quick.
Well, as you're thinking that, speaking of patrons, we do have a patron live stream this Saturday. I almost said that's tomorrow. Today's Thursday, though.
Yeah. You know what? I think I do know what the poll is going to be. Because of our swapping tones, suffixes.
Specifically SWAT and boo.
Yeah. And we got a couple of others.
Those are just the big ones that
for the
I interact with most.
For the adjectives. I think that what the poll is going to be is on if we're going to mark that or not.
Okay.
We'll mock it up. But just to get something going, let's do this here. What does fa look like?
Oh, Cupcake Grid. That is awfully sweet, but I promise you, even with a very simple phonology, I will probably mess it up. I mean, I will have a higher chance of getting it right, but sometimes my muscles just don't do what my brain tells them to do.
Oh, that's nice. F is a pine cone. So let's where's F? It's just this. Here we go. All right, let's get some things going here. Think. So we need to decide on width. What are we at? 347 there?
Yes, we are.
Why does it go so slowly? Look how fast that is. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Where's 0?
Right there.
Boink.
Silly question. Is 0 the baseline or is it the middle?
0 is the baseline. So we're gonna we need a thickness. And 100 is really thin. It's not gonna look like it right now, but I'm telling you, it's really thin. And because basically we're going to decide on the width of this character, and it's going to be partially based on how thick the line is. I think I want to go with 1500. Let's go with
for the overall
yeah. Let's go with 1500. Let's go in multiples of 5.
That feels mathematically good.
Yeah, which means that this should be. How thick should this be?
All right, so if it's gonna be,
That doesn't feel thick enough.
it doesn't. Does it make sense if we're doing multiples of 5 widthwise? Would we want to do like? I was gonna say 250, but that's way up there. That'd be way too thick.
That'd be pretty thick. About
150 feels
150.
better.
150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All sorts of ideas going on, including triconsonantal system for the cat language because they want to see how that develops.
Now. But, gosh darn it, I'm so sorry.
But you know what would be cool?
Hmm.
If a podcast episode explored some triconsonantal systems,
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
like development of that and what to do with it.
Have we not done that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I've done that at least twice. You know, once badly, another time better, third time a little better. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that.
And this is going to be like this could be the top line of our triangle. Oh, good grief.
You mean bottom line, right?
Yes, I mean bottom and I mean rectangle, not triangle.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we only have 8 minutes left because I obviously have forgotten how to do this. Oh my gosh. Dark horse. Mew Giler. Nice.
And you keep calling it Giler, huh?
Giler.
Yeah, Giler.
That was close.
I mean, if you know that the vowel is supposed to be U, right?
I'm sorry.
The closest thing in English is E, right?
I see that and just think Giler.
No, but like really, like I'm just asking in general. Like if you know that the vowel is supposed to be U, I'd say the closest thing is E, right? The closest thing to that is E.
Do you want me to say Jules?
No, I mean seriously. Like you know that say the word for 5
But you're
in German
assuming-
is fünf. How do you say that in English?
If you don't know how to do it, you'd say fünf. Like
With a U?
ooh, because that's what you would hear is the rounding.
Really?
And so because I used to say like muda because like I couldn't get mida.
Damn.
And so like I was pronouncing all oohs where I needed to have e's. Okay, but Mate says that would be cool to do some sort of
Alright.
triconsonantal. So but my question though, okay, yeah, Logan, I agree that the ooh is acoustically closer. Like, and that's not necessarily like what we mean for like any sort of phonological changes or anything. It could go either way, but it's just like if you don't know the umlaut pronunciation, I feel like you'd always go ooh.
We need to make a serif. Sorry, that's just what I'm thinking about right now. And I'm trying to think what is a good serif. And if it's going to end here or if it's going to push out. What do you think?
I feel like with everything that needs to go on in our space, and if that's our thickness, I feel like serifs need to push out from there.
Got it. Okay.
I don't want to take away from our 1500 there.
Okay. All right. So now let's move on to other things.
An anime fan, yes, Mike Davey was indeed triconsonantal.
I don't know what just happened there. Like, I hope everybody saw that. That was the weirdest thing. Okay, so
I did not see what it was, so now I'm curious.
So, what do you think? Okay, I don't know if it's too late to do a poll here, but what do you think about serifs being so flat and even, open out like this, like your arms are going up, or parallel and offset?
Okay, it was
flat and even. Arms open to the heavens. Or parallel, like rhombus style.
Slanted but parallel.
And I will make examples of these, okay? So what is this at? 210. And there's going to be a lot of rounding in here, okay? This is just a start. Okay, 210. And then 1600, so negative 100.
And I'm going to go ahead and ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is negative 50, 60.
Oh, Jake was asking if we do a little claw mark down.
Okay, so that's 1. That's open to the heavens. And I'm going to make it even. So that'd be... is that 210 up from 150, so 60, so then it needs to go down 60, so negative 560.
Oop, there we go.
Should error.
I know, it's wanting to disrespect you all over the place.
And then
That's straight. And now we need rhombus style.
that's straight, and now rhombus style is... I wonder if this will work. I don't think it will.
Flip-flop it. Whoa!
I mean, technically that works,
Oh my
but
gosh.
technically that works, but we don't want it to do that.
Wow. Could you unlink it and then just get your rectangle back?
Let's see. Here, maybe.
I mean, the serifs are correct. Perfect. So perfect.
There.
There we go.
I mean,
There's something funky going on the
yeah,
right,
it
but
is.
whatever.
Let's see what happens if we do this. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hopefully everybody sees the difference between these guys. And then we'll figure out like the rounding and stuff and how the serifs are going to look later. Basically, the top one, it looks like the mice are doing a little scurry, you know, woo! And this one, it's a very grand, everything is about this glyph, and this one's just standard.
No, this one is go.
Let's see. My goodness. Really divided here.
Really are. Whoop! We just flip-flopped. Nice. Okay. Last minute. We have I think, slanted and enchanted. Yeah! Love it. I think we should. Oh yeah, Silvertail. That is. So the top
sorry.
is the rhombus leg.
Here, I'll do it so it matches your pole there.
And then the middle needs to go to the bottom. Flipperoo. Now it's in order. Just like that. Yeah, I know. This happens a lot, and then I don't know when to cut it because it's like more votes than people. But what if someone, Silvertail just asked a question and they need to vote?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, stressful. But I think we probably need to end it because it is 4 p.m. and we have things to do.
Yeah.
And so
All
I
right.
think slanted but parallel, all rhombus-like,
Rhombus
wins.
it is. All right. Then we will work on making a very nice serif out of that next time.
Woohoo! But in the meantime, yeah, we can drop that there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like something happened. Will you pull up the grid again? That orange line is not on the dotted line on this side.
No, it's not.
It's
That's
10
weird.
off.
Why?
But the top is 10 off too, because it's at 160 and not 150. Okay, but this is problems moving forward.
It's just these though.
Okay,
Yeah.
because the top two stayed where they. Yeah, it's minus 100, minus 50. Okay.
So that's 60 over minus 50.
Oh, but you need to measure the top one. How far is that over? Because that's the
Oh,
angle that matches
right.
that one. That one should match this one.
Negative 60, good.
Yeah.
It's 100 over.
Yeah, and this was 100 over as well, because it was negative 100.
Yes, but I think I see what the problem here is. That's negative 50, but that's plus 60. That's plus 60, that's negative 50. So they're
So-
off by 10.
So that one, yeah, okay. When we flip-flopped, it just like did a little weird thing.
Yeah, they're off by 10.
Okay.
So that should be 50. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Okay. Anyway, we hope you all have a good week. Stay grammar, and we will see you around.
Yeah, might actually have people vote on serifs too. What was the thing we were going to do the vote for? Oh, the flippy, the swappy tones.
Yes.
All right. We'll see. Maybe I'll do
Okay.
both. Okay.
Stay grammar.
Bye, everybody.